Several nights have passed since I told her what I wanted. I don't recall the exact date, but I feel like the temperature suddenly plummeted at some point. On my way back after walking to Neri's roommate Hagiwara-san to my own room, feeling an icy chill creep up from my toes, I suddenly make up my mind. There, in the corridor, I draw in a sharp breath. The cold air prickles my nose, and winter is well and truly here. I wouldn't be surprised if it snowed. In fact, it seems likely. Outside the window, the bare trees shiver in a cold wind. Coming to stop, I gaze out for a moment at the skeletal cherry trees. More than the actual cold of a corridor, looking out of the trees, the naked branches dripped down, exposed to a frosty air. Truly delivers a message that winter has come. The clock is ticking. Drawing another deep breath of winter air into my lungs, I walk on towards the room where she's waiting for me. I enter, after knocking, to find Neri sitting on my bed, her eyes locked intently on something in her lap. Keeping an eye on her, I change into a nightwear I brought with me. Unlike out in the corridor, the temperature in my room is stable. Although on a bare skin with a slight chill, it doesn't matter. I was planning on a pyjama party today anyway. Quickly changing to my nightwear, I approached Neri to look down at the things she's engrossed in. A hardcover book. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, huh? Yes. Our special book. On the page she's reading, that's my particular line. The queerness doesn't matter as long as they're friends. My cynical smile sneaks into my face before I can stop it. Neri smiles slightly too as she notices where I'm looking. Then she closes her book and goes to turn off a light. It's already way past lights out. Did you probably escort Hagiwara-san all the way to your room? There was no prince to greet her, but I took her right up to a castle gate. Sit down on my bed beside Neri. That's right. This morning I spoke to Neri and got her to face me properly. She's been very obviously avoiding me. I tried to discuss things with Neri right after I've come home to clean my own feelings to Ringo. Took until today to wring out a proper conversation out of her. Of course I didn't do anything weird. I escorted like a perfect gentleman. Well, that's good. She said that for swapping rooms is what it takes for us to make up. She'd do it for 3 days or even a week. Is that so? She's been plain as day to her classmates that something's going on between me and Neri. Her amity partner must have been affected by it too. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. We already settled that when you apologised this morning, we're good. You're going to forgive me rather than asking my reasons? It's rude to ask a lovely lady about her reasons for anything. Getting up from bed, I picked up a coffee pot she prepared before I arrived. The rich scent of coffee wafting through the room had informed me of it. Quickly grabbing 2 cups, poured one for each of us. Be careful, it's hot. Thank you. Smiling, I remind her that she's the one who made it. When I take a drink, it's clear to me the coffee she grinds herself is a cut above what I brew. Perhaps the character of a brewer really does come across in every cup of coffee. There's a telling warmth to Neri's special Nikise beans. Nikise beans alongside a hint of strawberry. It's delicious, completely different to when I make it. The coffee you make is delicious too. She brings her cup to her lips. The way she drinks, it's like she's trying to leave some kind of mark on the rim. Gazing at the steam rising from hot liquid for a while. It's been a long time since we'd had a pyjama party. Yeah, we used to get everyone together for them to offer when we were first years. But after we joined the council, it just stopped happening. Since we were in a position to enforce the rules, we couldn't exactly go breaking them. She gazes down to her cup nostalgically. Internally, I add what it's not always stopped doing. As we grew up together, I quit and discarded many important things. My relationship with my mother, my feud with my father. I became who I am by giving up myself. And Neri too. Yuzuriha? In response to a questioning look, take a sip of coffee. I think a bitterness sinks in my tongue as I turn my gaze into a course in herself. As I confront it, I kneel and take Neo's hand. I made up a lot of choices, giving up a lot of things I discarded and weak yourself. Acquired a much stronger version so I could protect you. I was baptized so I could be with you forever. Don't look like that. I've already made that decision, but I became president of the Council of Nicaea too because you said you were going to stand in elections. Expression on the face is one of intense pain, but I'm not telling you this because I want to sympathy or to regret. I'm telling you about the things I gave up, things I chose of my own accord, and I don't regret any of it. I changed you. Yeah, but like I said, I don't regret it for a second because I feel like my body has suddenly grown 10 times heavier and the air around me thinner. Because I love you so much. Enough to change myself, to throw away aspects of who I am. Let me confess to you again, Nooneka Mikado. I love you. It takes all the courage I have for me to voice those words. My body feels like it's burning up and there's a burning in my ears and my inner world has gone dark and silent as the far side of the moon. And she, Nooneka Mikado? Me too. I love you too, Yuzuriha. There's a troubled look in her eyes. She utters uncharacteristically philanthropic words. Usually I'd smirk back at her, and that would be that. But today, I can't back down. I'm going to say it again. I don't mean love you like a friend or a sister. I mean that I love you as a woman, as a Nooneka Mikado. It's a frank and decisive statement. Neo's face has a complex mix of emotions. Happiness, distress, sorrow. But you're dating Ringo Sasaki. I immediately think back on the twins that day. We split up. I broke up with her. I don't say it out loud, but I'm sure she can sense that I'm asking for her to give me a proper response too. Her willowy hand trembles slightly in her own, but her back-sided eyes are unwavering as I stare straight back into my own. Yuzuriha, you idolised me. You might feel grateful for me reaching out to you when you were just a shy little girl, but her unadorned gaze has me captivated. It's not really such a fairy tale story. When I was young, I was arrogant. That's not. Rather than thinking of you as a friend, I treated you like some kind of pet who would do anything I asked. No matter what I asked of you, you always accepted. She's right. I was pleased that I could make you do whatever I asked. I pushed you into getting baptized. You said you'd choose it yourself, but I manipulated you into it. At the time I was aware of how she thought of me. Right after I arrogantly pushed you into getting baptized, I went to your house to meet your mother. My mother, who would always leave a past part of something unsaid. She saw right through my corrupt heart. She said to me, "You don't really think of Yuzuriha as your friend, do you? I don't care if it's a lie, but please, please. Promise my Yuzuriha, you'll always be with her in my stead." I know that knowing my mother has spoken about something personal while I was out of the room, but still. My emotions swell and my vision blurs at hearing this proof of how my mother's love for me. She simply hadn't known how to express it. The same as me. I should have been more affectionate with her. After that, I fell sick. Even though you'd resolved to keep my promise to look after you, I went and A single tear of abject remorse falls from Orion, trails down her cheek. A mistake once made can never be undone. She hangs her head, and I speak to her trembling shoulders. You've made plenty of mistakes that can be forgiven, and also some that can't. This one. This is a fault that can be forgiven. She stares at me dumbfounded. I flash my usual cynical smile, my father's which I've mimicked. When my mother passed away, it was winter like it is now. I take a deep lungful of the air in the room. It smells like winter. Even now it reminds me of her. Every time the season comes around, she's with me. So I'm not lonely. Internally, I concede that I do wish she'd left me at least a photo. My mother had this habit of deliberately leaving the last part of whatever she was saying unsaid. Like, the doctors in this hospital are some of the best, but some diseases can't be cured. And when she said that to you, I'm sure it's something she meant to say at the end, and so please become a true friend to her. That's what I believe. I'm sure that at first there was some aspect of teasing involved, some degree of pity, but is that still the case? No, not at all. Her cheeks flushed. She vehemently denies it, and I stroke her hair comfortingly. What you just told me now may be your reality, but it isn't mine. But it was all a lie. The way I feel about you hasn't changed since the day we first met. I've always idolised you. You're my best friend and worthy of my love. You're saying you forgive me? I know you've been tortured by anguish. I want you to open your heart to me alone. Look, she gives me a confused jumble of pain and joy. Then, I need a little more time, just a little. Okay. I'll wait until you're well. I'm used to waiting. Having secured an answer, we're caught in the eddies of a complex whirlpool of emotions. Her eyes looking at me, I filled with anxiety. I won't blame her, she looked at me with distrust, wondering what she might lose from here on out. However, in class she speaks to me with the same carefree smile as she always used to wear. Her classmates were overjoyed to see our strained relationship back to normal, and saying goes to everyone in Cooking Club. They must have heard about it from our classmates, so I receive the blessings of the other club members and congratulations from the Sasaki sisters. The only one who isn't openly happy for me is Suoh-kun, but that's to be expected. I'm responsible for that.